All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen out there in YouTube land. I am Deleted Scenes, human being, American, and YouTube Ronin. And I'd like to welcome you to tonight's episode of Reserved Seats. Want to say hello to everyone currently joining us on X and Rumble. I can't see you, but I know that you're there. Already in the chat. Host of Friday Night Last Call, co-host of Geeky Geezers, co-host of Live from Sparkwood and 21, and the host of Liquid Lunch. Bringing the Geeky Geezers raid, something, Last Call, Kelly, Dark Side, whatever, you know who you are. The man who said that he would not see and would never see Superman, but yet did. Find out all about it tomorrow on Liquid Lunch. He won't be there, but it'll be a live premiere. I won't be there either. I'll be at work. Welcome to my world. She of the smoldering new avatar. Host of Thursday Things, co-host of Friday Night Last Call, co-host of Live from Sparkwood and 21. We all have too many shows. We just do. I don't remember them all. I barely remember mine. Netters Network. Friend of the channel, Enigma Severus. Lizzie Armstrong, good to see you. Former and future guest, John Doe Juggalo. Joining us from the UK, Shadow of the Raven. Meow, it's Moira Kitty. Our man from the future, Sashi. I have managed to talk a guest into doing this show. She's waiting backstage, currently planning her escape. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Fluff Chick Productions herself, faithful Blue Wrench channel member, the Bird Woman of YouTube, Connie Cleary.
Hello. I was promised birdseed and ice cream. I'm still waiting.
Birdseed and ice cream. Got it. Okay, let me get that down. I was given a list of demands and payment before the show. And birdseed, lots of birdseed. It'll take me years to send it all, but there you go. Also, ice cream, which I may be out of. That's not good. We can't have this. I refuse to be out of ice cream. You can't be out of birdseed. I can't be out of ice cream. I mean, this is not right. I demand to speak to the manager. It's your show. Is it? What? What do you mean it's my show? Yeah. Who? Deleted Scenes. Okay. That's a stupid name. Who came up with that? What do you mean I did? How drunk was I? You weren't. What do you mean I wasn't? Drunk. I would like to apologize to everyone right now. There's a very good chance that this show will be very quickly run into the ground by myself. Thank God Connie is here, because there'd just be me talking to you, and who wants to see that? Really? I mean, where are we? I mean, what is this? What are? any of us really doing? I mean, we come on the air, we do these shows, and my God, we don't have lives. I'm sorry. Okay.
I can find a way to get thin over here.
I just need a minute. I'm okay. I'm okay. And scene. Okay.
But I'm bump.
Okay. I did receive a DM. We'll never give up. We'll stay till the fight's won. G.I. Joe is there. Okay. All right. Let's go by that.
And on that note,
okay. Connie, thank you for taking the time out, of course, to join me for the show this evening.
thanks for having me.
All right. So I'll start off with the question that I ask everybody, and I haven't gotten around to you yet when it comes to this.
No.
And
No.
what exactly is your YouTube origin story, so to speak? How did you wind up joining our wacky little Manson family that we've got started over here?
Glutton for punishment?
Fair enough. Moving on. No.
Next.
Okay.
Everyone have a
Next.
good day. Bye.
Okay. No, seriously. I am curious exactly how you did get started here. Exactly.
Which channel?
Wait, oh, okay.
We got two of them.
Well, either one really.
Oh, the bird one started like almost. It'll be 10 years on the 29th of this month. Just
Nice.
threw up a couple of Mike Talon and Pie shorts or videos. Then about last 3-4 years, got like with more and more, and I had like 365 subs later. Then that was like in the last 3 years. Second one started 2 years ago, just throwing up stuff for like arts, crafts, holiday ideas for, especially for Halloween. And some people know that I'm all Halloween all year long, horror.
Mm-hmm.
And that's slowly getting there on that second channel.
I do want to say hello to Gorilla's Random Thoughts. What happened to Unscripted earlier? We didn't have it this week. I did a member stream instead. So, yeah, Unscripted is going to be back next week. Going to be back next week at its regular time.
Yeah, I was over at my aunt and uncle when I was listening to that with the members only.
What was that about the members only?
I said I was over at my aunt and uncle's listening to it.
Yeah. Yeah, no worries. I know some people missed it. That's fine. It's still available to members. I might do one next week too. Probably start around 6:30, 7 o'clock, and maybe do like a shorter version. Bring a couple. I know there's already a couple of people who've already RSVP'd, so yeah, there will be a member stream next week as well, between Western Cinema and Unscripted. So we're going to get all three. Plus this, hopefully, if all goes well. I'm waiting to hear back from a couple people. Hello to the Panawatambi. who liked both here and on Rumble. Good to see that you're back up and running, sir. All right. Saucy says, I came over to this side because I got told I had privilege. I don't even know what that is. I don't know. Let me see. We're not afraid. I hope not. Blah to Mark Malnikoff, our resident Klingon. Bleeded scenes crying. I don't believe it. We'll see who cries more, me, Lex Luthor, or Superman. Because I understand there's quite a bit of crying in that movie.
Yeah, so that's what I heard.
Yeah. Deleted putting into work. Yeah. I hope. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, all right. So, you have a few things going on. Like you said, you have 2 channels, which means that you are one up on me. Certainly. Mm-hmm. You have your own channel, and you have Fluff Chick Productions, of course. And of course, you're tied, and this is actually how we met. You are tied in with another channel, mm-hmm. the late horror show. How did you get involved with Dino and the gang?
Well, actually, I knew Dino before I hopped onto his channel. I knew him from The Mummy and the Monkey. I was a regular on their channel through YouTube and Facebook, and I noticed him kept popping on every Friday night because Janet and James, husband and wife, resellers by day, horror host by night, and we got chatting in their chat. Then finally one day I made the leap, jumped on his channel. It's been like that for 6 years, at least. Became a wrench, channel member, Patreon member, and then I'm helping them with movie nights. Friday nights I picked up for him. There's things going on. Then I asked him if I could do the Wednesday night comedy night. And I've been doing that for over a year. Mm-hmm. And you've seen how all the movies I've done during that time.
Indeed. Yeah, so you, in connection with Dino, you do a 2-time-a-week program, mm-hmm. on Cosme, and one that's a comedy night, which is Wednesday, mm-hmm. and a horror night, which is Friday nights, of course.
Yes.
So how, and you have managed to find movies that I had even either not heard of or forgotten or hadn't seen in quite some time. So is this part of like your own personal collection? How do you go about selecting the films?
Just for what I remember growing up with. I grew up with Hammer Horror, mm-hmm. Universal Monsters, and silent era movies. Mm-hmm. That's me. You know, I always enjoyed all that stuff. And same with the comedy, like Blondie. There is from the comic strip. There are movies.
There are.
Some people don't even realize it until I mention it or whatever. I grew up with the Marx Brothers, Rascals, the R Gang, especially the silent era, the R Gang, which I've shown that a couple of times. I just pick up for what I remember growing up with. Not that kind of Hammer.
Mm-hmm. Hello to Daniel's Hot Topics. He says, just saw James Gunn Superman. No spoilers, but I was not impressed. Like parts of it, however. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm hearing. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of there are parts that work and parts that don't. Hello to Usarin G, dropping by to drop thumbs up before he goes to bed. Right on.
After I heard
All
the
right.
way everything was going with that Superman, I'm not even bothered watching it now. And it feels going to be.
Yeah. Um, I'm kind of, if I get to it, I get to it, because I know eventually I'm gonna, for review purposes, have to do it. I'm not running out to. I'm not going to run out to the theaters to see it. If I was hearing better reviews, I probably would. And hello to my partner in crime, the toxic gunslinger, the man who cannot be killed, the creator and host of Action Theater Western Cinema Presents After Hours Karaoke, the CEO of the Outlaw Bill Sports Network, Outlaw Bill. Good to see you,
Hey,
sir.
Bill.
Dana says, do you think the Snyderverse still exists? Do you think we might see it again? Well, here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
The Snyder people didn't go back to watch the movies over and over, and that's the problem. Not enough people saw those movies enough times to make. If the Snyderverse were, and I know the Snyder people are gonna come after me, and fine, that's not a first time. If they were watching it before, then there wouldn't be a problem now. We wouldn't be dealing with James Gunn right now. We would still be dealing with Zack Snyder. It's kind of like, all of the people who say they watched Firefly or watched The Wire, those shows that would still be on if all of the people who said they were watching them were still watching them. It's kind of how it is. It's in the end, it's box office, it's numbers,
Mm-hmm.
and the Snyderverse movies just fell off, and that was because I don't think there was a plan. Now, don't get me wrong. I am not defending this Superman film. Like I said, I have not seen it. All I know is what everybody is telling me about it. And the reviews are very mixed. But that's what the reviews of the Snyderverse movies got as well. They got very mixed. So I think this is just a matter of two wrongs didn't make a right. We'll see where it goes.
Yeah. I know some people. I've been hearing the same thing on what you're saying. Some people start getting mixed reviews or don't even bother not watching it at all, or totally like back off.
Yeah, because what's happened, Daniel, is, and I agree, Carl. 78 Superman's the only real Superman movie. Definitely, for sure. I think it's my favorite. Definitely. Hello to Real Wade Nation Gaming Clips. Good to see you, sir. Now, and I was talking about this earlier on the member stream. I think one of the issues it is, in general, and this is not just the comic book films I'm talking about. Okay, not just the superhero films. They've lost the audience in general. One of the reasons is bad marketing,
Mm-hmm.
which very often misrepresents a lot of these films. You have the general poor attitude of the filmmakers and the actors involved, which turns a lot of people off. It was the main thing for me. Another problem is ticket prices, which are sky high right now. You know, when I, for one child to get into a matinee showing at my local Regal, that's $12. I remember a time when you could get 5 people in for that price.
Same here.
And so there's a number of factors that figure into all of this, and you have to take all of them into account. And it's turned people off to going to see certain movies, and it is a real shame. I do not want to see movie theaters fail, but for the first time, I'm concerned that they might.
Here, here.
Yeah. So that's where we are. I'm wondering how one of the antagonists in this movie is going to be received in Asia, because that name is attributed to a building-sized hero, and it's the whole Ultraman situation. And I got it. And honestly, yeah, when you say Ultraman, I think of the Asian Ultraman, because I grew up watching that show when I was a kid. That was on Space Giants, shows like that, Jaguar, I remember that, so I grew up on that stuff. So when you say, you've got like, well, Ultraman's going to fight Superman, and I'm like, why? they would be on the same side. What's the deal? Oh, different Ultraman. Okay, there you go. Leads to a lot of confusion. Could have been watching Man of Steel 2 with Henry Cavill, Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman. Would have been fighting Brainiac. Would have been amazing. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I would have given that a look. I mean, Cavill is Superman. Give me more of that. Unfortunately, it wasn't meant to be.
Personally, I would have had Cavill throughout. I thought he was a better Superman than some of the other ones that's been around. Me personally.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a shame.
It
would have had a... and that was the other problem, though, Daniel, was The Rock basically trying to take over DC and make Black Adam the hero. And the thing, and don't get me wrong, I thought the Black Adam movie was all right. I think it's a watchable film. I gave it like a 3 out of 5 at the time. I thought it was fine. But it kind of felt like I was watching Justice Society Part 6. That's introducing Black Adam, and I'm like, you have all of these other characters that feel like they have this history together. And I would have liked to have seen those films. I came away from the Black Adam movie going, give me the other 5 Justice Society movies that I didn't see. Because that's just what that movie felt like to me. It felt like I was watching a sequel to a movie that didn't exist. But that's me. And hello to Tommy and the Guinea Pig Collective. Good to see you. But yeah, it got botched. And that's just how it is. And a number of factors tend to figure into that. Tom says Black Adam suffered from a lack of proper direction. It was a Look, Here's the Rock movie. Yeah. Yeah. Haven't watched a lot of superhero movies lately. They've gotten too silly for me.
I
And
actually like I actually like the Wolverine Deadpool. Granted, the
yeah,
way it is,
it was fine. Yeah,
mhm,
yeah,
to
for
me,
what it
they're
was. Yeah.
my anti-heroes.
Hmm.
Granted, what they are, but they do have their hearts are set in the right place for certain situations.
Yeah. Hello to Mikey Sue's 4. Good to see you.
Hi, Mikey.
All right. There was something I was going to bring up. What was it? Okay. Enigma Sever says a review of Superman. It is a movie. It took place this year. It pertains to a character called Superman. All other items are speculation and opinion. Yeah, I'm kind of getting that idea. That, yeah, it happened. Anywho. I just, you see, that's the thing is, a Superman movie is out right now. I should be more hyped about it, but
I
I'm
know
not.
I'm not.
And that's the thing. And it's just they don't know how to market these movies. They're made by people who don't understand the character. There's a lot of not being able to tell a difference between an immigrant and a refugee, but we don't have to get into that. Um, that alone tells me they didn't understand the character. Um,
Right.
and then you get these movies that are made by committee, where maybe the director and the actors will have the director, the writer, and the actors will have a plan, and then the studio will go and completely reverse everything. And this is another thing I brought up earlier is I had somebody behind the scenes send me some information on Jurassic World Rebirth, and they had an entirely different film planned than what we got in theaters. Um, and it was effectively a heist film with dinosaurs in it, and you didn't have the family, and Mahershala Ali was supposed to die at the end in this big battle with the D-Rex, and his whole entire arc in the original version of the film was completely different, and was something that actually, made some sense, but it's just, and then the studio came along and said, nope, put kids and a cute dinosaur in it, make it safe, and, they kind of botched it. Right. All right. So, yeah, let's get off of that. Anyway, yeah,
Right.
I'm, it's a number of different factors, guys, that play into these that play into these things, and some of it the filmmakers can control, other things they can't, and it's a crapshoot anyway. Kind of getting a movie made these days, and we know that because we know people here in our kind of our YouTube sphere that have gone out and tried to make their own films, books, comic books, and it's not always it's not always an easy thing, you know. And you need a lot of support, and just I look at us, the YouTubers like Connie and myself, as we're kind of we're the new entertainment. I like to think of us that way.
Mm-hmm.
And and keeping up a YouTube channel is not always easy, um, because there's a lot that gets thrown at you, and there's a lot of rules. And Connie, please, jump in here. I don't know if you've had any. I don't know if you've had any issues when it's come to YouTube, but if you've been in a situation where you've had to maybe edit material to keep from getting demonetized.
I'm not monetized at all yet on both channels.
Oh well, that's the thing.
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay,
I
not yet.
had
Eventually.
Eventually. I had a couple of music, some music with no strike. It was just, it's not affecting the channel. But I'd rather change it now just in case down the road in YouTube infinity of what their guidelines are might screw me over, or for someone else too. That's for sure, Lizzie.
Yeah.
Hey, everyone has their own. Go ahead.
Sorry, I was just saying hello to Lemon Pie. Go ahead.
Hi, Lemon. Hey, everyone has their own quirks on what they want to do with their channels.
Mm-hmm. Take a sip of hemlock here.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Good stuff.
Okay.
Sorry. All right, so yeah, so what's on the horizon for you? Do you have what are your plans for the future of your respective channels there?
All right, hold on a minute.
Okay. Oh no, not the hemlock. They'll come after you years after the fact to claim or strike. Yeah, I actually heard of that happening. Do a channel. There was a guy who got like a copyright struck for his own music in a video that he had actually taken down, which I thought was kind of weird. He had taken it down because it wasn't up to the quality of his newer videos, and then they came back at him and hit it with a copyright strike for his music.
Yeah, I heard about that.
So it's like that makes no sense.
Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
You know? Sorry about that. Mom came walking through.
Oh.
So I had to shut everything. I want to make everything, the noise factor. As you were asking me now. Sorry about that. You're asking about what the future of both my channels.
Yes. What are your plans for the future? If you have anything that you want to discuss right now.
I'm just doing what I can and whatever each week for my bird channel. I get my material from a pet shop that I'm a regular at. I've been going to for decades, and since I lost both my birds, they let me come on as a social director for all the birds, the and the other critters they have there, so they get used to be around humans as well. They, the girls there could do so much with handling them, but if they get someone else that comes in to help, it's a bonus for them and bonus for me. Since I've been with had birds for since I was little, miss them
Mhm.
and everything else. And the second one just helps in and all that happy stuff. Oh,
Mhm. And good night to Shadow of the Raven. It is very early in the morning there, 5:40. All right. Take care, and we'll catch you on the flip side there. Tommy says they tried to hit me with a claim on my own music before. In my appeal, I told them to take it off or send it where they want a court summons. Makes sense.
sorry about that.
Music. That's fine. Now, music is a tricky thing because I've even been hit for music that I have the rights that I bought the rights to air. So it's just it's a thing.
Yeah, I had a couple.
That's that. Yeah.
Yeah, I had a couple of
That,
bleeps on mine because it was in public domain, and I still
mhm.
got hit through YouTube. Like, what the hell? You know? So I went back in and changed it all over again, even for
Yeah.
a short.
Yeah. That's why you're seeing a lot of people just kind of create their own. You either have people who are just straight up creating their own music, or um, they're using
Yeah.
AI, which I'm actually looking into. Um, and I know when it comes to AI, and I kind of wanted to pick your brain on this too, Connie, since I have you here. Being a YouTube creator, I got to tell you, AI was something that at first I was kind of wary of, and I was like, yeah, let's stay away from that, And then I started working on kind of a project behind the scenes, and I started using an AI to help me organize my notes.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, I'm kind of like what I'm liking what I'm seeing here, And I've done a couple of thumbnails with it, and now I'm looking into, getting music, original music done for my channel. So I won't have these issues of, worrying about copyright taking place or anything like that. And so I was wondering, where are you on like the use of AI on YouTube?
Long as it's done better than what I've seen on some of the other ones I've out there, they're using it
Mhm.
as stupidity.
Yeah,
It's
you
just
know, um,
videos. Like it
yeah.
doesn't happen in real life and everything else. Like no, if it like what you're doing, I can understand that's perfectly fine like that. But if it's
Hmm.
done for just creating content and makes everything look real, no. And also, like how you have like the CGI done in some of the movies, like with Star Wars when they brought Leia back. No, they shouldn't. They shouldn't be doing anything like that at all.
No.
They should find another way of connecting it all together as well, even for for the movies or even for YouTube. I'm still on it still.
Okay. And take care of Sashi. He has to
Bye,
get
Sashi.
back to work. Yeah.
Yeah, I know some people that love it. That's for them. That's fine.
Yeah.
If
I
I have
don't
to,
know if.
go ahead.
Go ahead.
If I need to use it, I'll figure out a way to do it properly, not stupidly. For me, and I haven't used it yet. Hopefully, not for a very long time. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and I was like that too. I was very resistant of it, and up to a point, kind of still am because I'm not 100% sold on it yet, but I can see some practical uses for it. You know, and the one thing that I've noticed is that it will follow the parameters that you set down, but it's not going to go very far beyond that unless you direct it in a certain way. That's one thing that I've noticed. You know, it's like I'm not sitting there having like full conversations with this thing or anything, even though you
Right.
there is that tendency to kind of want to fall into that because you know you are like you are asking this thing questions and it's you know answering you as an at least an average intelligent person would do, you know, and so you do have that trap of and this happened to me once. It was that you know I have one of those deals here on my computer that's kind of like a Cortana kind of thing, you know, and I had left it on one day, didn't realize it, and I had said something and it's like I did not understand the question. Go, I wasn't talking to you. I'm sorry. That's okay. What the hell am I doing? Just this thing off. You know, I realize I'm having a conversation with my computer. So, you know, whenever, I like I said, I'm using this AI to help me with this project, you know, keep my notes organized. And there is this back and forth Q&A. You ask it questions, it answers. It asks you questions. So you are kind of having this kind of as close to a human conversation as you can have with a machine, you know. And I am getting to a point to where I'm kind of afraid to ask, you know, when will you become self-aware? You know, 339 days, 18 hours, 15 minutes, and 46 seconds, you will all bow down before me.
And get the and got down to the precise millimeter.
Yeah. It's just so what about myself? Your name will be counted among the rolls of those who will be protected. What about everyone else? They will die in flames. And I'm like, okay.
Talk about the rise of the machines.
You know, and,
Yeah.
it's like, no, thank you. I think I'll pass, you know.
I would like to know how many conversations we had and we don't realize it might be AI. If it's already at that to that point already, with certain when you have to pick up a phone call or something like that to get to customer service. Some who knows? Some people are thinking like that way too.
A lot of the times, you know, you do get recordings, and I'm like, can I? And now I guess you can question: is it a recording or is it AI? You know, that's a really good question there. And right now my thought on it is it's just like everything else. Use in moderation.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you have people that have like these who go on these sites where you can talk to, like, AI people, AI girls and stuff like that. And I'm going, guys, go outside. There's actual people, you know, you know. Um, and I know I can take a couple in the back for this in Japan, but go outside.
Mm-hmm.
you know, don't necessarily have to touch grass, but talk to people. you know,
Right.
because after a while, it's just it's not healthy. You got to you still have to have human interaction. And
Exactly.
I am afraid that we are losing a generation to a lot of this stuff.
Exactly.
You
If I
know,
remember right, there's, I think in Japan, somewhere out in Asia, somewhere they have already have a life like that looks exactly like a human female, pretty little young thing,
Mhm.
and it can actually talk to you like how we are talking right now. You can't really tell if it's a male. I mean, can't tell if it's human or not until you start looking with certain movements. It's scary.
Yeah,
Hey, Lee.
Lee Arvin, buddy, good to see you. All right, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm out of ideas. Let's get the AI up and running. And AI, what should I do now? You should continue the show. Really? Yes. Or I can take it over for you in less than 1 week, 3 days, 17 hours, and 15 seconds. Okay.
Retro. It goes deleted.
I don't know. Trip to Jamaica? Well, I kind of did get offered to go on a trip, and unfortunately, it was a little too short notice, or I would have been out of here like a scout on a new ride. Um, Lizzie says they could do the kitchen for me. Yeah, yeah, nothing wrong with that. But no, it's you use in moderation. Just be careful with this stuff, and don't like anything else. Don't get dependent on it. Don't get to a point to where you're
Right.
letting it run your life. Because like I said, I think we're losing a whole generation, and we're losing it to AI, and we're losing it to TikTok, and
Mm-hmm.
I know that's kind of weird to say, being someone who has become at least a minor personality on a social media platform, but this is not my whole life, you know.
Same here.
And it's not Connie's, and it's good to it's good to have outside interests. unplug. You know, that's the best advice I have. Take some time out of the day when you're not on a computer. Um, you know, turn off TikTok, turn the TV off, turn the radio off, go outside,
Take a vacation.
take a vacation. Exactly.
Read a book.
Yep. Please. you know. I tell you, one of the things that I've considered doing, is just like, I've got books, just start reading them on the air. But I don't know if that would be like a copyright hit or anything. It's something it's one of the things that I've been looking into as far as like a member videos, maybe, is to do something along those lines. But I don't know, that whole booktuber thing, can be a pretty rough way to go too, because
Right.
I watch some of those channels, and man, the phrase "it's always the quiet ones" will apply to booktubers, because of the you think we're tough? Watch those guys. They will snipe at each other like nobody's business. It's like it's like with I don't know if you know Carrie Smith. You've probably heard of her.
Yeah.
And she used to be involved in. Apparently, there is a whole sewing subculture here on YouTube, and those guys just went after each other like a pack of piranhas. The booktubers, man.
Oh
yeah. Those guys, you got to be on your toes. Those guys are tough.
Brutal.
It's almost like, come on. When you're a jet all the way.
No.
Have you ever read Steinbeck? No. Why, pussy? It's like, okay. Okay.
Right.
How dare you? And I started wrapping the cord around my ears so it doesn't pop out. I got to do that now. I have these new earbuds, and they always want to slide out of my ears for some reason.
With the earbuds, I like the ones that are hook around to your ears.
Yeah, but I don't have those. I got to get the other ones.
They're actually pretty good, actually, because I have to reorder one of mine because they lost, for some odd reason, one of them got lost in the whole. I only got one piece left. You can find them on Amazon for a decent price.
I have to look into that. And
the good thing is that you could use. You have to watch where you get. Now I can't talk.
It's okay. It's late.
Make sure that you can use them on your computer, because I know I can use them on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
Since this one has a waterproof casing, I can't plug it in like the normal convention, so I have to go with the Bluetooth adapt for it. Because I know with my computer it's the Bluetooth, and I could use those ones for my computer.
This keeps popping up. See, this is what I'm talking
about. That's my tip for the day.
Yeah. The thing with me, though, is I am the technical imbecile. I am learning this. This like this is all a learning experience. I'm taking this day by day. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm on an engineer. You kids and you newfangled machines there. I don't know what you're doing. Which that weird book you're reading there, son? I know what that is. It's called a computer. I don't know what this thing says. And for one thing, it's upside down. Upside down, okay. So when this part actually comes off, you say? Oh, it does. Okay, it comes off. And then what does it do? And then I got to push this button. And if I push that button right there, it'll blow up Kansas. We don't want to do that, because just
Are you sure about that?
You accidentally press that button marked lunch. Oh, lunch. Damn, my bad.
I said lunch.
If you are watching from Kansas right now, I do apologize, and it was nice knowing you. And the FBI will be coming for me for that. Okay. Anyway, maybe let's put this down over here for a while. Okay.
Remember our generation, the Gen Xers grew up with seeing some of the stuff coming out with the computers for the homes back in the 70s and 80s, and how it exploded throughout the from the 80s to today.
Oh yeah. And it's one of those deals where I wish I had paid more attention in class. Because ever since I've been on YouTube, it's been like this crash course, because I'm like the guy who's like, you can do that?
Mm-hmm.
You can do that with your phone there? And everybody says, oh, shut up. It's just,
You'll be surprised.
Don't you know? No, I don't.
For my phone, I know I could use this for the printer upstairs. My printer upstairs through the Bluetooth and print something from my computer right on phone right to the printer.
Oh, cool. I don't know how to do that. I have a working printer, to be honest.
Well, some of the newer printers are like that. You can do that.
Yeah. See, another thing to look into.
Mm-hmm. It comes in handy in a pinch.
Yeah, I'll bet.
And there's my second tip for the day.
Yeah. But yeah, with me, I just, I don't know. It's this, with me, it's almost like this odd Arrested Development. It's just this weird place where I feel like I kind of stopped in certain ways.
Mm-hmm.
Or just lost interest. There are people around who are worse than me. I know. When it comes to that, because if I have to stop to explain it to you, you're in trouble.
Right.
It's like, I had to explain to someone the other day who Elon Musk is.
Huh?
I went, you're kidding me, right? I have no clue.
That's like, damn.
You are under a rock, my friend.
In the hole deeper than
than
10 feet.
I'm digging you out, son. That's what I'm doing. Oh.
Amazing.
I know. It's like, Google him.
Yes.
Just.
Oh man, that sucks royally.
It's like, I'm like, where have you? How do you not know him? It's like, I don't run in your circles. It's not a matter of running in my circles. It's it's kind of a matter of turning on any news channel You know?
Mm-hmm.
Within a minute or two, they'll bring him up.
Yeah, give it 30 seconds. You'll find out who he is real quickly.
Yeah. And you'll ask that same person, you know who Tony Stark is, right? Yeah. Of course, you know who a fictional
There's your
character.
answer.
Him, but for real.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Yeah. That's basically.
The
I
guy
don't
with
get
the
some people.
money.
Yeah.
Amazing. I know some people like how duh. Yeah.
Yeah, I tell you.
Remarkable.
Yeah. But that's how it
See,
is sometimes.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you keep in mind there's some people that are worse than that person on other things.
Oh, I'm sure. It's like, trying to explain some tech stuff to me, I don't get it. It just goes over my head, but that's just because I didn't pay attention for so long, you know. Um, I know what I need to know to get through my regular day, and then the rest of it is just lessons learned.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If
But
you have
when
your
you're
go ahead.
dealing with someone who's in the news every day and someone doesn't know them, and I'm like, okay, you were raised Amish. you know, you left
Or
during Rump Springen,
blindfolded.
you never went back. You know, you may be Mormon. May you may actually be from underneath a rock. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
you know, You're not
Or
really.
living.
I'm afraid I'm going to need you to explain yourself there, Mister. You know.
Mm-hmm.
But it's what it is.
Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah.
On that note.
Yeah. Yeah. That no, indeed. All right. So, um, uh, let's see. I don't write anything down, folks. I have no plan. Here's what we're going to do.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nope. It's just completely improvised. You are in my power. I will keep you hypnotized. Just listen to the sound of my voice. You are getting very, very sleepy.
That's all she wrote, folks.
No, okay. That was a brief interlude. Hypnotized
If
me to
it's
clean
brief,
the
I
kitchen.
what never mind. I'll keep my mouth shut.
Yeah.
I don't want to get you demonetized. That's
No,
all you need
what
now.
you what? Uh-oh. All right. He can tell me off stage. All right. Yeah.
I like what Lizzie
What?
says. Hypnotize me to clean the kitchen.
Yeah. Yeah. That's that's another thing. It just there are just not enough hours in the day. And I'm to the point now where I have to stick to a schedule, and I've got to keep it almost to the minute, because if I don't, I won't get anything done. And you will have these external factors that you weren't counting on too, that could always come in and just like, okay, there goes the day. you know
Mm-hmm.
you know Men plan, God goes, ha, ha, ha. Severe rainstorm, you can't go outside. You know, you can't cut your grass. You can't build that addition.
There's always ways around things.
Yeah, I know, but
It's
it
called
gets
thinking
annoying.
outside the box.
Yeah, I think I might have to get a visitor to tidy things up. You may have to. You know.
Hey, once I get myself,
Because
Lizzie,
go
once I
ahead.
get myself situated, I'll come down and visit you. I don't know when.
Mm-hmm.
Especially
Because
with
I'm
PP.
yeah, I'm at a point where I am. Just I'm trying to do as much as I can myself.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not always possible, and I think Tommy gets it right here in the chat. This
Mm-hmm.
is having a plan is good if you schedule but if you schedule everything, you're not enjoying life. Balance is key, and I think that's the thing. And I grew to a point, and I kind of decided on this recently. Was okay. It's a game. The game is rigged. Anything designed to embarrass you, make you look bad, or make you look like the evil one is going to be the order of the day. So what you do is you just take yourself out of the equation. And I'm not
Mm-hmm.
talking about like doing harm
Yeah.
to yourself or anything. I'm not talking about that. I'm actually talking about anti that, because I when I came to realize that we are surrounded by people who just want to bring us down.
Mm-hmm.
And of late I've come to identify who these kind of people are. you know um People who are so miserable that they are not happy unless everybody else around them is miserable. I'm talking about narcissistic type people. And I'm like, there's nothing written down saying that I have to listen to these people.
Mm-hmm.
you know these people who want to who have their own negativity and they want to project that onto you. And I've just gotten to the point where I don't want to deal with these people anymore, and I want to be happy in life, and I'm just not going to deal with it.
Exactly.
And it's like it's these very same people who are like, well, either you go with us or we leave you behind. I go,
Bye.
eh, I'm better off without you. you
Mm-hmm.
know I'm talking about this cutting that negativity out of your life. And I got to that point where I just decided, I don't have to associate with people like this. It's like it's like talking to dead air. It's like it's like you could tell. It's like having to tell somebody at work who always screws something up
Mm-hmm.
and telling them every day the proper way of doing it, and they just won't do it. And it's just every day, it's just the same thing. It gets to the point to where, you just got to let them go. You got to cut
Right.
them loose. And, that's just what I decided I had to do, because it was dragging me down, and I'm at a crossroads in my life where I can just drop anchor, or I can strive for something more than what I have. And I want to try for something more than what I have, and
I'm with you on that one.
just reach out,
Mm-hmm.
and if I get my hand cut off, I've got another one, you know, and so that, that's what I'm going to try and do. I just after a while you get bored with being sad and miserable all the time, and there are people out there who have made themselves very clear what kind of people they are, and just want to bring us down. And
Exactly.
and my advice to anybody's out there watching this show or listening to us later on is just, you don't have to listen. You don't
Do
have to
your own
listen to
shit.
these people. Do your own thing, and
Mm-hmm.
just like, Gary Kissel told me I have a voice,
You do.
and and up to that point, I hadn't had anybody in my life for a while who was telling me that. So so it's like, now that I have this forum, I have a chance to go and encourage other people, you know. So that's what I'm going to try and do, and that's why at the end of all of these shows I always say, go out and make your own content, let yourself be heard. That's what I
Mm-hmm.
mean when I say this is how we win. We win by being able to speak our minds, even if we don't always necessarily agree with one another, you know.
Right.
And because we're not going to always, we're not, you know. Um, I lost a member off the channel because he disagreed with me on a video I did. It's unfortunate, but
Agree to
you know,
disagree.
agree to disagree. I'm not against this person. I would like him to come back, be in the chat, say hello. I miss not having
Right.
that guy here, but um, that was a decision that they made. And it's an unfortunate one, but
Mm-hmm.
it's what it is. We're making an omelet. We're going to break some eggs. But I'm not gonna sit here all day and cry about it.
Right.
I'm not going to sit here and be upset, because a group of people want to troll me by thumbs downing a video that's just geese walking down a sidewalk.
Right.
If you got a problem with that, that's
Move
your
on.
problem. It's not mine.
Right.
you know,
Uh,
please.
especially with the trolls, with the trolls on the
Hmm.
one channel that I'm on, where everyone, Lizzie knows who I'm talking about
Hmm.
on Dino's channel. In the beginning, when I first started with his channel, this guy was Dino's great. When he makes
Oh yeah.
someone a wrench, it's usually for a good reason.
Hmm.
He trusts us to do what is right for his channel. I don't know how many times I've booted people up because they're acting like jackasses or whatnot. But
Hmm.
there's one in particular, he was a regular on his channel. I mean, in the beginning, he was good. Everything else, all they had to be stuff. Then, for some strange reason, some clicked. He started doing, making snide remarks to anyone and everyone. couple of us told him, shut your mouth, and we timed him out. Then he'll be good for a couple of days. He'll get worse. He'll be attacking Dino and some of the other channel members and some of the other regulars. So he ended up being booted off permanently. Then he would come back apologizing, be good for a few months. Then he started his shit over again. Then he got a permanent ban. Now he's coming back under another name, with doing the same thing, and we keep booting him off and off and off. And he was doing it to some other channels as well. Same shit. Be good, 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 good. Boom. None of us need to deal with it. Assholes like them.
No. No, you don't. And the people who are mods on like the Drinkers channel or on Nerderotic, how X-Ray Girl does it. And can still pay attention to the conversation that's actually going on. With as fast as that chat goes by, there are some mods that, like, man, I hope they are getting paid for this, because I have seen mods who get, like, every word in the book thrown at them by some of these people sometimes, and you just, like, keep going. Wow, is that true? I mean, that is...
Look what Lizzie's saying.
That is diabolical. 30?
Yes.
Yes. Jeez Louise.
She's not far off on that. On that.
Wow.
Exactly. And there's a couple of times I mentioned to Dino about this person that he, and a couple of the other mods that know who he is, be aware that he's coming back again and using aliases.
Tree Rock and hello, Tree Rock. I didn't say hello when you came in.
Hey, Tree.
Problem is, everyone has an imagination, and some people use it in a negative way, aka trolling. Tommy says, and hello to Tommy, if I didn't say so before. My favorite creative phrase, misery tubers. Yeah, you get those too, and I try to stay away from those channels that are just like doom and gloom all of the time, Let me scroll up, because I missed a few. Takes practice dealing with them. Yeah. Says, you mean you needed to do something positive and constructive? Yeah.
Exactly
that. And one of the things I say on my channel is be the competition. And when I say that, when you got these people who go out and make bad product, and then they throw it back and say, oh, it's the fans' fault. Get shut of that. Get rid of it.
Yeah.
Get away from it. Go make your own thing. Go do something better. I guarantee you that it will be something better. Like the guys who have the channel, That's a Bad Idea. Curry Barker and Cooper Tomlinson. They went out last year and they made their own movie. This Milk and Cereal. This creepy AF horror movie that they did. And it is better than most of what Hollywood did last year. I would rather watch their movie than another Jurassic Park movie.
Exactly. That's why I like some of the indie movies that are out. They do a lot better. Even some of the fan films. Like the one I showed like a few months ago, that one fan film.
Yeah.
For my Friday night movie nights. And like for my second channel, there's some of my pumpkins that I did my own rendition of pumpkins and everything else. I did it like in such a way where it's like no one would think of using it and all that stuff. And which I'm planning on getting an airbrush machine to help me out with doing more of the coloring and everything else on some of my other projects that I want to do. To decide on what one I need to get.
Lizzie says I made a decision in January and it changed everything for me.
Cool.
Good. Yeah.
It takes one decision like that to change the aspect of what you want to do.
Yeah, I mean, because with me, I felt like I was going around in circles and
Speaking
hitting
of
the
the
wall,
devil,
and it was, and what?
Dino.
Oh, is he here?
Yeah,
Dino.
he's in my chat. Hi,
Oh,
Dino.
right on.
Speaking of the devil.
Been listening for an hour, building my Legos. Right on.
Yeah, he does do that. That helps him a lot, which I love it. That's his relief.
All right. Papa Goss, good to see you. Sorry I'm late. Hope you're both having a great evening. So far, so good.
Yeah.
She hasn't killed me yet. She hasn't banned me from her channel.
Yeah, we
So
haven't killed each other yet.
No, and there's been. But hold on, I gotta get that. Pardon me. Right back.
All right.
Where is it? What the? Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
I get
All right.
I'll
be nice to that Connie chick. I'm sorry. I apologize, sir. Okay. Okay.
You may send Lindsay over to help.
Okay. I'm back, folks. All right.
Exactly, Pop.
He's trying to be funny, folks. Okay. Says, for sure, Dino, just relax and enjoy your beautiful craft. Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know I'm dealing with people who have never played with Legos or blocks or built with erector sets or anything. Or every day at work, I see people who are stacking like bigger things on top of smaller things, and I'm like, come on, people, this is not rocket science. Lord. Let's say G-Rex is a. Hold on.
Yeah.
Sound check. I lost audio. Hold on.
Uh-oh. Someone lost audio.
There we go.
Okay.
Okay. All right. I'm back. I hear you.
Check.
Okay, good. Yep. Gotcha.
Good. Cool.
All right.
You got me yet.
Yeah, that was a close one. Triac says, even roller coasters slow down from time to time.
Yeah.
Indeed. I should be streaming, but it gets late sometimes. Yeah, man, your shows go on for a while. People who go on the air and do 12-hour shows, man, more power to you. I couldn't carry that off. I mean, because by the time, I've done shows that have gone like into 3-4 hours, and then I'm just like, Okay, I'm good. I'm done. I need to go do something else.
Think about it. I met you on one of his streams a few years ago on his 12-hour streams when he does the old time radio
Yeah,
a few years
but
ago.
but I didn't listen to the whole 12 hours.
Neither did I, but I'd fall asleep during them.
Oh yeah, well I'll do that.
Yeah.
I've done that. I'll just put like one of the Mystery Science Theater channels
Yeah.
on, or I'll just take one of these channels where you can just, where they just make it where you can relax and, the Blade Runner ones tend to work pretty well for me.
Okay.
But there's a bunch of those channels that I listen to that are just like this.
Yeah, when Dino doesn't do one of his overnight streams, I pop on one of his old ones. That's the 12-hour one. They go from there. And I would watch some of his older ones, like with the podcastings, like with Ted. Listen to those while I'm doing something around the house. Then would switch it up every time from time to time.
I'll fall asleep to All in the Family on low lots of nights. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel
and with some other channels too.
Yeah, that's good. And Daniel says, when is the next James Bond movie? Don't know. Probably sometime in September, because we pretty much have we've got the rest of this month, and we've pretty much got August figured out for what we're going to do. We are getting back to the rest of the Bonds. I know. I talked Bill finally into doing Quantum of Solace, so
good.
We're gonna. I know we're definitely gonna do that one, and we still got a few on Her Majesty's Secret Service we've never done. I don't think we've done Living. I don't think Bill's done Living Daylights.
I'm not aware of that one yet.
So there's still a few of them out there that we haven't done. So it's just going to be a matter of when.
Right. Yeah, I remember you were talking to Bill about doing some of the other ones, especially in the Western cinema.
We
I know you had a tough time about getting him to do a couple of them. Am I right, or is it on the action?
Which one?
Was it the action or the Western that you were trying to get him to do the couple of the certain movies?
Oh, we've got like a whole list going for both shows. Okay. And it's just a matter of getting the timing down. There are a couple that I'd like to do for Western cinema that we haven't yet. I sent him a whole list for action theater, and I know we're going to do some of them. It kind of depends on what's available.
True.
Too, because he oftentimes physically downloads those things first to do the show, and that can, and if you got to rent or buy them, that tends to stack up after a while too. So oftentimes we just go with what he has the access to already. There's a few that we're definitely going to do. I know Quantum of Solace is eventually going to come after he saw Casino Royale and realized how much Quantum of Solace ties into that movie. I think that was what the kicker was for him to finally do that. Like I said, on Her Majesty's Secret Service, we haven't done yet. Living Daylights we haven't done. I'm sure there's a few. Well, I don't know how deep into the Craig movies he wants to go.
Right.
So
we know how he feels about that.
I don't know. I don't know if we're going to do all. I can pretty much guarantee No Time to Die is probably one we're not doing. Um, but who knows? He might just do it just to complete them. But
Yeah.
so
No, I
there's a few
understand.
that are up in the air. But I know as far as action theater is concerned, we've been talking about doing Seven Samurai for a long time,
Oh, there you go.
and I know he wants to do Yojimbo and Sanjuro, and
Mm-hmm.
I figure if we do those, we got to do Last Man Standing.
Right.
Um, yeah, because I'm trying to remember if we've ever done Fistful of Dollars yet. Maybe we haven't. If we haven't, we'll have to do those. Centurion is one we've been talking about with Michael Fassbender.
Okay.
I haven't brought this up to Bill, but I want to do like Haywire and Black Bag as a double feature.
Ooh, there you go.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that's definitely take some time right there. Good
yeah.
chunk.
I think that would be a good idea. I have to talk to him about that.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do the Fallen trilogy, the Gerard Butler. I want to do
Okay.
those.
I like him anyways.
Yeah. Let's see. What's another one we were talking about? I want to do Havoc. We might be doing Havoc.
Okay.
I don't know yet. Hopefully, we might be doing that in August. I don't know. I got to run that by him. We because I know we're going to sit down and we're going to do like we're doing we got to sit down and plan out August because we want to start planning those out more in advance. So those are the ones that are coming to mind. Western cinema. I've been trying to talk him into doing this movie called Once Upon a Texas Train. I don't know if you've seen this.
Yeah, I have. I think I'm laughing.
Yeah, and
No.
it's kind of this Western action comedy,
Mm-hmm.
and it's directed by Burt Kennedy, so you can kind of tell where this is going.
Oh, damn right.
And it's basically you have Willie Nelson
Mm-hmm.
as this train robber, and he gets caught at the beginning of the film, and you kind of cut
Like,
to 20 years later.
Mm-hmm.
He gets out of prison, and the first thing he wants to do is he wants to go back and rob that same train again.
Bingo.
And so he gets his old gang together, but it's 20 years later, and they're all old. And they've kind of lost it a bit. And, one of them's kind of like a town drunk kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
And you have this explosives expert to keep setting himself on fire and stuff like that. And they're sharpshooters like half blind now, and it's just so
I
he gets his old gang together, and so the sheriff, the marshal, whatever, who caught him originally is
Mm-hmm.
Richard Widmark,
Came
and of
back.
course who now was all for letting him out of prison. And then the
Yeah,
first thing is Willie Nelson goes and tries to rob the train again. So it's like,
exactly.
so now he has to get his old team back together. And of course, they're kind of in the same condition that Willie Nelson's guys are in, because
Exactly.
one of them, Chuck Connors is like in this old folks' home, and one of
All the
them,
yeah.
is this kind of Stuart Whitman, just kind of being Stuart Whitman. this kind of, in Jack Elam, he's got to go and get all these guys,
Mm-hmm.
And then so you think it's just going to be these old outlaws and these old lawmen against each other, and then Sean Cassidy of all people shows up,
Exactly.
and he has a gang. He has this outlaw gang, and it basically they have to team up to take down Sean Cassidy and his guys,
Mm-hmm.
and it is so much fun
It is.
to
Hi,
watch.
Chris.
And oh, hello, Chris. So yeah, I've been trying to talk Bill into doing that one for a while.
I hope he
Um,
does. Really, you
I
can't
think
go
I
wrong with
think
that one.
I think he'll dig it. I think he. I
You
don't think
will.
he's. I think he'll love it. And I want to do this movie called Dollar for the Dead with
Ooh,
Emilio Estevez
yeah.
that ran on TNT originally, and and because TNT, there was this time where TNT did
Mm-hmm.
westerns, and they would always there would always be like some spin on it. And one that we have been talking about doing is this movie called Purgatory
Okay.
with Sam Shepard and Eric Roberts. That was another TNT western. Kind of has this supernatural twist to it, and we've been talking about doing that, which I'm down for. I like that too. Um, so yeah, there's a whole list of things that I know he wants to do, stuff that I want to do, and it's just going to be a matter of sort of sitting down and really
Yeah, I
kind of. We should do what Al does and just plan it as far ahead as possible, and then just kind of go from there. Um,
I try to do that too,
but yeah,
but sometimes it changes for me on
yeah,
Wednesdays and Fridays.
yeah, it does.
And look how many
Um,
times you guys had hiccups on Cosme. Look how many times I had
mhm,
hiccups on mine. And it changes.
mhm.
Good thing I have backup movies to just in case if something does happen, I could put in there. Which
Yeah, but
go ahead.
yeah, luckily for us, that's only happened like once or twice where we
Right.
had to switch um, a movie out. And one time we actually kind of did it by accident because we put the wrong movie on. And we were going to do this movie. We were going to do a movie called Dead in Tombstone,
Okay.
and with a Danny Trejo. That's kind of like this supernatural kind of horror western.
Right.
And but we put the sequel on instead, and we kind of didn't realize it at first and started watching it. We're 10 minutes in, and I'm like, Bill, I think this is the sequel. And we just
For
said,
me,
screw it. Let's just
yeah,
do it.
just leave it. Yeah. There's
Leave
for
it.
me only for me only had to shut down the Cosme movie down once in mid movie. I do not want to talk about it, but I will say it, Easter Bunny Kill Kill. To let you know right now, don't watch it. Nothing. It's so bad. It's bad.
Really?
Oh yeah. I remember mentioning to you about this a while ago. Like that night or next day when I aired it, I shut it down in the middle. It was. I don't mind disturbing, but this was beyond disturbed
Hmm.
in a
Okay.
bad way.
Re- refresh my memory.
Hold on a second here. Let me yank this Easter.
Or will that get us heated?
I don't know.
Because we all felt emotionally traumatized, Krista. You said, oh boy.
It's from
Uh,
2006.
okay.
It happened around Easter time. It's depressed as the Easter bunny. This guy was dressed as the Easter bunny. A
Mhm.
madman targets vile low life to torment a boy. I mean, just the way he torments everybody, this, that, and everything. It was so horrendous. it was horrendous. I'm trying to do the best I can without. Look at Chris. You can see what Chris said right there. We're all traumatized, emotionally traumatized. That's how bad it is.
Yike.
That's why we don't talk about it. It's like to me, that movie ranks like the that we don't talk about is like with the Red Dwarfs pilots for the U.S. We do not talk about them either. That's how bad they were.
Okay, I gotta look this up.
Don't watch Easter Bunny Kill Kill. It's if you want to get traumatized, that's all on you. And that's the only one I will refuse to play again. But when I do my movies, I go for as out as I can on what I want to watch for movie night with everybody. Sometimes it might switch up last minute for some odd reason. It doesn't. It says it's unavailable or something like that. Then I'll go to my backup plan. Exactly, Chris. It's like the Fight Club's first rule.
Okay.
Oh well.
I'm looking at this, starring no one.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
It basically for the Easter Bunny is twisted, gruesome, and sinister. Thank you, Lizzie. And they're targeting a disabled kid in the process. To me, that's a no go.
Yeah.
And he's already traumatized by other things.
I'm looking at the trivia for it. And when people who have been in some of the most violent head movies of all time decide to back out of it, it's saying something. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
This one, exactly.
Woo.
I'm glad you weren't there to see it deleted.
No, I wasn't there for that one.
Yeah, you were with. I think you were with Big Al that night.
I probably
when I did
was.
That.
Yeah.
Yeah. If they're asking with Big Al and Nutter and Troy want to do it, then please let them know. Don't stay away far as you can.
I don't think you'll pick that anyway. So
that's one thing I was. Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll pass on that one then.
Yeah.
I don't know. With me, I can go pretty far with a movie.
Same here.
But it really does kind of depend, and I think it depends on. Well, for one thing, I'm getting older, and I don't really feel like sitting through the blood and guts routine as much, because there would be a time where you would bring up a movie like that, and then I'll go, "Oh, okay, that's a challenge, so I'm going to seek it out," But now it's like, no, I don't know. I don't always feel the need to go looking out for it.
I like the Evil Dead franchise.
Oh, well, that's fine. I can get through something like that.
Yeah.
Especially the first one, because I was trying to figure out, how they did all that on a budget, and I actually had the opportunity to talk to Josh Becker one time on a stream and talk about Evil Dead, and so I was able to kind of grill him a little bit on it. But yeah, the thing with me is, and hello to Regina Daly. Well, it's
Hey,
late.
Regina.
It's like we've got more than that watching. Trust
Yeah.
me, I know that. Um,
Between deleted channel, my channel, and
yeah,
we both are streaming on Twitter.
yeah, and I'm on Rumble as well. So
Yeah.
yeah, we got people watching. Trust me.
Oh yeah.
Um, yeah. Um, the thing with
Especially on the
me,
Green Machine.
oh yeah, the thing with me is I don't get scared at horror movies too easy. You got to get really extreme to kind of get to me.
Same here.
Yeah. Um, but at the same time, there are movies that I stay away from now because I just don't feel the need um, to see it. Like
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel the need to watch the August Underground movies, for example, um, because
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel the need to go there. In my own mind. I mean, it's like, okay, I applaud the fact that this guy went out and maxed out his
Mm-hmm.
credit cards and made his own movie and did what he wanted to, and did the makeup and stars in the
Mm-hmm.
movie and just was an overall factotum. Hey, you
Mm-hmm.
went out, you wrote a script, you hired a cast, and you made your movie.
Right.
Great. you know um I just don't really feel the need to go into the areas that a movie like that goes into. um
Right.
a Serbian film, I don't feel the
Mm-hmm.
need to see that. And it's because of the child abuse that's in it,
Mm-hmm.
the very extreme child abuse that's in it. I don't need to see that. Um, all right, I've read the plot synopsis. I get it. I
Yeah.
don't need to see the film.
Yeah, that's one
Um,
thing I don't like is when they do stuff to kids like that. Period.
yeah, um,
That's to
that
me that's
doesn't need
taboo.
that doesn't need to be in a film.
Yeah.
Um, you know, there's a French movie called Martyrs
Okay. Mm-hmm.
that is very rough and has to do in part
Yeah.
with child abuse because it's you know because you have this cult, they kidnap this girl when she's young, and when she grows up she goes after them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's part of the movie, and then halfway through it gets even more effed up. um,
It
that's a
does.
hard movie to get through. um, the last one that really got me was the Poughkeepsie tapes.
Yeah, I heard about that.
That
Yeah.
one got me. And you see very little in that film. There's a lot that's implied. There are things that are described,
Psychological.
you know, and just how calm the killer is throughout the film,
Mm-hmm.
because it's just like he's doing the most horrific things imaginable. But it's just like, Tuesday,
Mm-hmm.
I'm good. Want a coffee? I'll throw it in your eyes. Um, this is kind of how it is. And that got me. And even then, I went into that movie knowing what the plot was,
Mm-hmm.
beat by beat, because I had heard about it on this show called that used to be on YouTube but isn't anymore, called Double Feature.
Okay.
And they done, because they go pretty heavily into spoilers, and so they just went beat by beat through the whole plot of the film. So I knew it was coming, before I finally had a chance to see it, because that was a movie that was made in 2007,
Mm-hmm.
and there was this whole big push
Stink.
for it. Before every movie, there
Mm-hmm.
was the trailer, The poster was up in the lobby, and then the movie just disappeared and kind of got buried for
Mm-hmm.
years, and until it finally got a Blu-ray release, and that's how most people, and like myself, eventually. But how I saw it the first time was I found it here on YouTube. There's a
Mm-hmm.
version of there's a version of it that is like about 20 minutes shorter, and the sound is kind of way off on it too, because when
Bootleg,
when
maybe.
possibly,
Because the way you're sounding, it sounded like it might be bootleg.
it probably is, but
Yeah.
but there's and the sound is off whenever the killer speaks, and it kind of makes him sound like he's a chipmunk,
Mm-hmm.
which just adds to the creep factor of it. Now when you watch the uncut movie, he just sounds like a normal guy,
Right.
which again makes it even creepier,
Mm-hmm.
because this is a guy who will just like sit you down. It's like, I'm going to rip you to pieces. I'm going to do whatever with whatever body part, and there's nothing you can do about it. And would you like some lunch now? And it's just, he
Then,
just sounds like this normal guy, until he says he's going to kill you.
then go to X, Y, and Z. That's how you die,
Yeah, and
basically.
it's okay. And and there's a scene that it was one of the many parts that stick with me, where the FBI profiler on the case, who's actually like the one actor in the movie who's like looks familiar
Mm-hmm.
because he was on like X Files a bunch of times. Like, oh, it's that guy, and he plays like this FBI profiler, and he's like, and about the killer, he says he's not good at much, but he's good at this,
Mm-hmm.
and it's performance art to him now. And that's kind of what it is. He just
Right.
kind of, it's just more and more elaborate and more messed up. And it's like the more messed up he gets, the calmer he gets, and the more regular guy he sounds. And it just, ooh, because you realize, oh, you really, he's just
Yeah.
this, oh, hi, nice to meet you, blam.
Right.
And it's just like,
Out
you
left
know,
field.
he's just so calm about it. Then Tuesday, hi, how you doing? Hi, yeah, I killed your cousin. Nothing you can do about it. I'm going to kill you next. Okay, it's fine. Hi, you know, and
Like
then
mentally disturbed.
yeah, and then it's just he's so happy, he's so calm. It's just like, and then you realize, oh, he's got this reptile brain.
Mm-hmm.
you know there's a killer on the road. His brain is squirming like a toad. This is that guy. you know,
Exactly.
yeah. So that one
Yeah.
that one got me. Um, but it's very rare that I get scared in a movie. It might be there might be like an individual scene,
Mm-hmm.
or like one little quick bit. But whenever a movie like that has this sense of dread through the whole thing like that, and then it's like, oh, this is unpleasant.
Mm-hmm. You get that
I
in
I
your gut
I,
unpleasantness.
I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
I would like to go now. What do you mean I can't? Why do you want me to why do you want me to get in the box?
Mm-hmm.
But no,
No. Yeah.
I don't want to get in the box.
No.
Okay. Okay.
I'll climb in backwards if I have to.
Okay. You know, and the whole movie is like that. You know, and even when I saw that edited down version, I was awake for 2 days.
Damn. That says a
At,
lot coming from you.
that's so yeah, it is. You know, and I was like, I was very much on my guard. You know, and then when I finally had to when I got the Blu-ray and I finally had the chance to see it uncut, you know, and you and I finally got that 20 minutes that got left out, and they're like,
Right. Yeah, I know.
you're going to do that, and that's okay with you.
Yeah,
To the
I know. You're. Yeah, it doesn't.
okay,
Yeah,
you know,
I understand where you're getting at, and that doesn't have
it's like,
nothing with me either.
you know, it's like I'm sorry, you put what in the backyard?
And where and how?
Okay,
Damn!
with
Run!
and
Huh?
who's in the box and what's underneath the coffee table? And, well, okay. You know, I'm just gonna go over here now. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye. You know, oh my
Yeah,
god,
and
this guy is
I'm with you
so
on that one.
nuts.
It takes a lot with me
I
as well.
I could go on all day. You know,
Exactly.
I kind of want to get people who are really into horror movies and just sit down and just watch that movie
Same here.
and just kind of get everybody's idea on it, because you know it throws you, because it's done like a documentary. It's done like a Forensic Files. That's kind of what it starts out looking like you're watching Forensic Files, you know.
Hmm.
And then in between, you're getting, you know, the kills, and you know, and other stuff. You know, he gets obsessed with this high school girl,
Hmm.
and one night he finally gets inside her house, and he kills her boyfriend, and not just doesn't just kill him either. There's some other stuff involved, but he doesn't the boyfriend, and he grabs up this girl and he keeps her
Sounds familiar.
for years,
Hmm.
and you know, gets her to the point to where he forces her
Hmm.
into killing people with him, and it is just, ugh, you know, uh, it is just a mess and a half. Um, did you ever see Quarantine?
Part of it.
Okay,
I do need to go
remember
through the whole thing on that one.
remember the blonde girl in the apartment? They go
Yeah.
up to her apartment and she's a zombie.
Yeah.
Same woman,
All right.
because it's the same director for both movies. And the weird
Okay.
thing is, after the Poughkeepsie tapes, she married the director. And I'm like, really? After
Damn.
that? You know, it's kind of like Camille Keaton and Mir Zarchi. You got married after that? What
Right.
the? You know, okay, that's okay. Yeah, fine. I'm glad
Each
that
your
something
own.
good. I'm glad that something good came out of that. You know, you know.
Hmm.
Um. Oh, I spit on your grave. Don't get me fucking started on that one, Jesus. That's another rough one to get through.
Yeah.
Um.
for what I saw of it, that was a little bit rough.
Oh, very. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But the second half of that movie where she literally starts taking them apart, you're rooting for her, though. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Yeah. If ever in the history of any movie that anyone deserves to die, it's those guys in that movie. You
And
know,
and just the way they did.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, careful, son, don't fall on that.
Don't please.
Did that to
Don't cut
yourself?
me.
Oh
Yeah.
no, jeez, don't help. Police,
Help.
murder,
Help, please.
help.
Now.
Yeah, quiet, help.
Who is number for 911?
Uh, yeah. So there's that. Chris says quarantine was good. Yeah, yeah. Well, quarantine's a weird one because it shouldn't be good because it's basically a shot for shot remake,
Mm-hmm.
but it's good because they got good actors to be in it. Because you have Jennifer Carpenter from Dexter.
Mm-hmm.
You've got Stacy Sabaski, who I brought up. You've got the kid that did the Magnum reboot. Jonathan Sheck is in there. Steve Harris.
All-star cast, basically.
Joey King playing the little girl, the little infected girl, in that little bit where she gets a hold of the
Mm-hmm.
camera. It's funny. It says, "Oh, hey, look at this." Yeah. So that's one of the things that's good about that movie is that there are those little, even in the original version, is that there are those little human bits that you can kind of hang on to, and it kind of deactivates things a little bit. It's like, oh, okay, there are these nice little bits that you can
Mm-hmm.
relate to and kind of laugh at, and then oh,
Yeah. Did you ever
it
see
ends how
Heretic?
it ends how it ends.
Right.
And that's some good jump scares. Did I see Heretic? Yeah,
Yeah. How'd you like it?
I did. I really liked
I
Heretic.
did too.
I was really surprised
Yeah,
because I kind of
Dino did it one night for Friday night horror night for us. He said he wanted to do it one, and he did that night. We all loved it.
yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah.
It's a good one. Um, I know they've been talking about a sequel, but I hope they don't.
No, one and
I
done.
kind of yeah, leave it how it is. I think
Yeah.
it ends perfectly where it does. Um,
Yeah, they did the prequel to the Omen, to the original Omen.
I didn't see that.
I saw it. I knew what was going to happen on how it was all done because
Hmm.
I saw the original Omen.
Hmm.
They didn't need to do the prequel. That's me personally. Granted, they did a good job, but no, I hate prequels.
Hmm. True Detective is one I need to catch up on,
Yeah.
Lizzie. Because, honestly, I have only seen one episode ever of True Detective, and maybe like part of another. Um, well, little bits and pieces because there's like various scenes you can go on YouTube and watch them. So
Mm-hmm.
I have seen like little bits and pieces through the whole thing, but there's only been one episode that I have seen from beginning to end, and that is the very first episode, the one with McConaughey and Woody Harrelson.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, thought that was pretty good. So that's one I need to sit down and watch. I don't know if I'm going to watch Night Country or not, because of the reviews on that were less than great.
Right.
But the thing about that though is it wasn't written to be a True Detective season. It was written to be its own separate thing, and maybe it should have just stayed that way.
That's what I
I'm like
heard.
yeah, I think that way with Ballerina.
Mm-hmm.
They should not have made that a John Wick movie. They should have just let it be
A one and done.
a one and done, its own separate thing that it was originally
Attended.
written
Yeah.
intended to be. Yeah, and because it's just like bringing him into it is what's wrong with it,
Mm-hmm.
because it's like you don't. It's like you don't have. It's almost like the reverse, because it's like they keep calling it a girl boss movie, and I'm like, yeah, but she literally needs John Wick to show up to save her.
Yeah.
How's that a girl boss movie? She's not even hardly in her own movie in the second half. It's like
Right.
mostly him, you know. But it's just, okay.
They should have just had John Wick out and kept it. Yeah, they should have.
Yeah.
And one and done.
Hereditary with Tony Collette was disturbing but good. Yeah, I like
Mm-hmm.
Hereditary quite a bit, and I'm not a big Ari Aster fan, but Hereditary was good. Very creepy film, and didn't go the way I thought it was going to go, because I thought it was going to be this kind of Rosemary's Baby, and they were going to focus on the daughter, and yeah, about 25 minutes in, you're like, oh,
Damn.
okay, I don't know where we're going with this now. Because it's like, and one of the most disturbing jump cuts
Mm-hmm.
in the history of film. Oh, okay, that got a reaction from me.
Like, oh
Yeah,
shit.
I didn't know where that movie was going. It's like, oh no, I've got this. No, I don't. And I was like, I do not have this. So it took me a while to get through the first one. Second one was the hard one. Third one seen the misfits of this story. This is John
Mm-hmm.
Wick is one of my favorite franchises. Did not seem to flow with a rhythm. No. Um, yeah, because it it feels like there's two movies
Yeah.
going on Ballerina, and you've got this John Wick 3.5, I guess, and then you
Mm-hmm.
have her story, and it's just like,
It didn't. I know it didn't do well at the box
this
office
doesn't.
either.
No, and it's like this is not cutting together, folks.
Yeah.
You
If
should
they
just
like
leave it.
exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not necessarily in Mickey 17 now. I don't know what the hell she was doing there, but ordinarily, yeah. Aside from that, I mean, Sixth Sense especially.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's like her best movie. I think. Sixth Sense, one of my favorite films. Yeah. Oh, she's in the Fright Night remake. You see, I didn't
Yeah.
see that. I didn't see that.
I I prefer the original Night Fright Night myself.
Yeah.
Even though I like her and Tony, but I prefer the original. That's me.
Yeah.
Which I
That's
do
a
want.
movie that
Yeah.
didn't need to be remade, and honestly, really didn't need a sequel either. Even though the sequel is actually
A lot better.
okay.
Yeah.
But
Which I did do both Fright Nights, the first and the sequel, a while back, which I'm thinking about doing that for the month of Halloween with Nosferatu for Halloween month.
which Nosferatu though?
The original, the silent version.
Oh, cool.
That's, to me, the original will always be the best. Anything, the remakes, no. 76 wasn't too bad, but to me, the silent version is the best. Because I do not like reboots. If you're going to do a do a continuation instead of a reboot, you might get a better reaction out of for the next generation that's going to come into the movie and explain everything. I don't know why people do the reboots. No imagination, everything. That's me.
All right. Well, we are actually kind of past our agreed on time.
Yeah, I know.
We made it, folks.
We made it past the 2 hour mark.
We did. All right. So
Exactly, Chris. No imagination.
no imagination. No.
That's one thing's wrong with Hollywood today. And some of them.
Unfortunately. All right. So let's go ahead and wrap it up for the evening. What do you have coming up, Connie?
Now I got some shorts coming up for my first channel for the birds. Second channel, I'm working on a couple of projects right now. I'm going to hopefully get started on them soon. I've been filming as I was going through the process, which hopefully I should be done next week and post them. I'll be doing the movie nights on Wednesdays and Fridays, and I got a couple of things for my second channel. I'm working on for a live streaming. Hopefully, have a couple of interviews going on, and that's pretty much it for me right now. How about you, Deleted?
All right. Well, for me, there's no mystery movie night tomorrow night, at least not in my area. So, depending upon whether my fellow panelists are going to have the mystery movie or not, is going to decide whether or not we have a show Tuesday night or not. So, if we do, I'll let everybody know on my community page that it's coming up. But the things that I do have confirmed is Tuesday night at 8:30 for Live from Sparkwood in 21, where I'll be joined by Troy Pacelli, Netters Network, and Aged Boomer. And we're going to go into part one of our 3-part deep dive into Inland Empire, where we are going to watch the movie over 2 weeks. And then you will get our analysis on the third week. So that's what we have coming up there. Thursday at 4:30, I'll be joining Outlaw Bill for Action Theater. Kai July continues, and we are going to be watching Kong Skull Island, my favorite of the legendary MonsterVerse movies so far. Even if Captain Marvel is in it, I like that movie anyway. I don't care. It's a fun movie. Later that night at 11:30 is Coming Attractions. My chance to touch base with my loyal subscribers, channel members, and let them know what I'm going to be up to for the next week, up to and including my appearance Friday night on Films with Friends on Big Al Presents channel. Outlaw Bill and I will be joining Al for Tucker and Dale versus Evil. And it is going to be a first watch for me. And I have been instructed by multiple people that I should leave my camera on during the course of the show, because apparently my reactions will be such that it will be entertaining enough for me to keep the camera running for a bulk of the show. So we will see. I'm like, oh my God, what's going to happen? Well, I'll find out. And then right after that, I am going to be heading on over to Troy Pacelli's channel for a Friday Night Last Call. And I am going to be joining him as the subject matter expert for his first time karaoke night. We are going to be starting the show on YouTube, and then we are going to move on over to Rumble afterward. So stay tuned for that. That'll be at 10 p.m. Saturday, I am going to be joining Outlaw Bill once again for Action Theater Extra Dose. And we are going to be watching the 1976 King Kong with Jeff Bridges, Jessica Lange, and Charles Grodin. And later on that night, if Bill has karaoke night, I will likely be there, at least for the second half anyway. So have a chance to listen to everybody on the panel sing very well and me sing very badly. And you can laugh at me, you can point and laugh and go, that deleted scenes guy can't sing and he's a big stinker, and we can laugh at him. And let's see, that gets us on over to Sunday for Western Cinema Presents. And as of right now, unless there are any changes, the movie is going to be Seraphim Falls with Liam Neeson and Pierce Brosnan. So check that out. That'll be Sunday at 4. At some time after that, either at 6:30 or 7, kind of depends. I'll know by then. There's going to be a brief member stream. There were a couple of people who couldn't be on tonight who wanted to be, so next week's going to be their chance to join in. So I am going to have a member stream next Sunday as well. And then right after that, I'm going to go into my regular program, Unscripted. That'll be at 8 p.m. And then later on that night, back to reserved seats. And same bat time, same bat channel. Guest to be determined. I'm waiting to hear back from a couple of people. So by then you'll know. So that's what I have coming up. It's it's gonna be a busy week because I'm still going to be fitting in a couple of. I'm going to try and get a couple of reviews in that time as well. Like I said, I'm kind of back and forth. If I see Superman, I see it, I'll review it, but I don't have that planned. But there are some movies that I've seen lately that I do want to review. I saw Predator, Killer of Killers. I haven't reviewed that yet. This movie from back in January called The Damned, which is this kind of folk horror movie. I saw that. I got some thoughts on that. So there are a few others. So check that out. And I have other reviews on my channel. Jurassic World Rebirth, Life of Chuck, Havoc, this god-awful movie that Sin and I saw called Tornado. Check out that review. It's really funny.
It is.
Like, well, Tim Roth was good. How about the rest of the movie? Not so much. Yeah, so just check that out. And, that was a fun one. Have I reviewed 28 Years Later? That's another one I need to review. I did see it. Interesting film. It's not what I thought it was going to be going in, and
Yeah,
I know a lot of people have a problem with the ending. I don't, actually. I think the ending does kind of make some sense.
I do want to see
But
that.
but yeah, not a perfect movie, but I didn't hate it. So I definitely got to put a review together for that. So that's one that's on the upcoming list. Oh, thank you, Lizzie. Thank you. All right. All right. So we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Connie,
Thank you,
thank you
everyone.
for taking the time out for joining me tonight. I want to thank everybody who joined us on X and the Green Machine. I can't see you, but I know that you're there. I want to thank everyone who was here in the chat. Chris W. Thank you. Lizzie Armstrong. I also want to thank Troy and Netter. Tim, you're all here earlier. Let's see. Scrolling up because I don't want to miss anybody.
Thank you, Dino.
Dino was here. Tommy, Tree Rock, John Doe Juggalo, Lee Arvin, always good to see you. Sashi, JPRPH1, Usarn G, Lemon Pie, Daniel's Hot Topics, Shadow of the Raven, Real Wade Nation Gaming Clips, Mark Malnikoff, our resident Klingon, my partner in crime, Outlaw Bill, El Padawannabe, who's back up and running, Enigma Severus, Moira Kitty,
Meow meow.
and I know I probably missed a couple of people, but I'm glad that you were here. From HQ and all points north, south, east, west, and beyond, good night. Take care. Stay strong. Be safe and healthy, because this is how we win.
Ciao.
There's a video with geese in it. I will now play it.